Close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're behind the wheel of a car that moves so fast, the world around you becomes a blur. A car that doesn't just drive, it conquers physics. This isn't science fiction. This is the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300+, the first production car in history to break the mind-bending barrier of 300 miles per hour. Today, we'll dive deep into the masterpiece that redefined speed, its history, its engineering secrets, its design, its luxury, and the story of how it became the fastest car on Earth. Open book: the story before the Chiron. To truly understand the Chiron Super Sport 300+, we have to go back in time. Bugatti has always been known for elegance and speed, but in 2005, they shocked the world with the Veyron, the first production car to break the 250 miles per hour mark. People thought that was the ultimate limit, but Bugatti wasn't done. In 2016, they introduced the Chiron, a car that took everything about the Veyron and pushed it further: more powerful, more advanced, and more refined. Yet even then, Bugatti engineers knew the Chiron had untapped potential. That potential was unlocked in 2019 with the Chiron Super Sport 300+, the car that would go on to make history. Gear: the beating heart engine. At the core of the Chiron Super Sport 300+ lies one of the most insane engines ever built, an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16. This engine is essentially two V8s fused together in perfect harmony, producing a staggering 1,578 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. To put that into perspective, that's more than 15 average sports cars combined. It's so powerful that Bugatti engineers had to completely re-engineer the turbochargers, cooling systems, and transmission to handle the forces generated at those speeds. The Chiron doesn't just accelerate, it launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds, and it keeps going relentlessly, far beyond where other cars tap out. Racing car: the record-breaking speed. Now, let's talk about the number everyone remembers: 304.77 miles per hour, 490.48 kilometers per hour. In September 2019, at Volkswagen's Aerodynamic test track in Germany, Bugatti test driver Andy Wallace strapped into the Chiron Super Sport 300+. With nerves of steel, he pushed the car to its absolute limit. As the car blasted down the track, the world watched in awe. The speedometer climbed past 200, 250, 280, and then, the unthinkable 300 miles per hour. The Chiron didn't just touch it, it went beyond. Officially clocking 304.77 miles per hour, it became the first car in history to break the 300 miles per hour barrier. This wasn't just a world record. It was a revolution in automotive engineering. Paint palette aerodynamics slicing the air. But raw power alone isn't enough to break records. At 300 miles per hour, air becomes your greatest enemy. The Chiron Super Sport 300+ had to be reshaped to fight drag and remain stable at speeds where even the smallest imbalance could cause disaster. That's why Bugatti created a longtail version 25 centimeters longer than the standard Chiron. This extended body helps reduce turbulence and keeps the car glued to the ground. Every vent, every line, every curve is there for a reason. The air intakes are optimized to cool that monstrous engine, while the rear diffuser and fixed wing balance downforce. Even the wheels were redesigned lightweight magnesium alloys with aero covers to reduce drag. At these speeds, aerodynamics isn't just designed, it's survival. Couch and lamp inside the cockpit. Now, you might imagine that a car built for 300 miles per hour would be stripped bare like a race car. But this is Bugatti, and luxury is just as important as speed. Inside, the Chiron Super Sport 300+ is a world of handcrafted excellence. You'll find premium leather, carbon fiber, and aluminum, all stitched and assembled with incredible precision. The driving position feels like a jet cockpit, intimidating, yet welcoming. And while you can cruise at speeds higher than most planes take off, you can also relax in unmatched comfort, listening to a crystal clear sound system, surrounded by elegance. That's the Bugatti difference, it doesn't compromise. Money bag the price of speed. Of course, all of this comes at a cost. Each Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus was priced at around $3.9 million. But here's the twist, even if you had the money, you couldn't just walk into Bugatti and buy one. Only 30 units were ever made, all of them reserved for Bugatti's most loyal and exclusive clients. Owning this car isn't about wealth, it's about entering an elite club of people who literally own a piece of history. Globe the legacy. So, what makes the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus truly special? It's not just the speed, or the engineering, or even the luxury. It's the fact that this car represents the very limit of what's possible on four wheels. The 300 miles per hour barrier was once thought impossible. But Bugatti proved that with vision, determination, and sheer brilliance, we can break through any limit. Even as rivals like the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute and SSC Tuatara chase higher numbers, the Chiron will forever be remembered as the pioneer, the first to make the impossible possible. At over 300 miles per hour, you're no longer just driving, you're flying on the ground. Very few humans will ever know what that feels like. But whether you're a car enthusiast, a dreamer, or someone who just loves the pursuit of greatness, the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus stands as a reminder of what we can achieve when we refuse to accept limits. This isn't just the world's fastest car, it's a symbol of speed, luxury, and human ambition. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, the car that redefined what it means to be fast.